I remember waking up on the morning of September 11th, coming into the other room, and the television was already on. The volume was down. There were images of the first tower after it had been struck by the first plane. And I thought to myself, well, that's crazy, because in this day and age, with all the navigational systems and radar and all such as that, how could an airplane strike a building like that? And I kind of thought back years ago when the bomber got lost in the fog in the 40s, and it had struck the Empire State Building, and I thought, well, I could see how that could happen then, but not now. Then as the events unfolded, the second tower was struck. Right then, I think myself and many, many other people realized immediately that it wasn't an accident, that something was terribly wrong. From that point on, it became very surreal, very hard to understand why something like that would happen. Word then came of the attack on the Pentagon. And then it also came of the plane crashing in the field. We knew that America had changed. We knew from that point forward that it would never be the same. We knew that the greatest tragedy to strike this country had just occurred. You know, sometimes at night when I'm outside, I'll look up and I'll see the lights of an airplane going over. And I'll think, you know, there's people on that airplane. Who are they? Where are they going? Where have they been? What are their lives? And often I have those same thoughts about what happened on September 11th. There were people in the planes. There were people in the buildings. And there were valiant people trying to help when the towers collapsed. Who were they? Where were they going? Where were they from? What were their lives? I think it's a day that any one person can say is a turning point in their life. A great amount of innocence was lost, never to be regained. What the future holds, no one really knows. But we do know what happened in the past, and we can keep that in our memories and pray or think or whatever we do, that it'll never happen again. Thank you.